Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to be playing some Nightfall today. This is one of my favorite decks in LOR history, especially among aggro decks. I think that it has a lot of decision making that makes it a very fun deck. And I saw Arachnobat hit rank 1 on the leaderboard was playing it. I don't think he climbed to rank 1 with Nightfall, but if he was willing to give it a try, I figured we'd give it a shot and see how it does. I haven't played Nightfall in Eternal in quite a while. I did enjoy it in Standard, although it was missing quite a few pieces. We had to run things like Crescent Guardian and the what was it, the 5-mana stun dude? I don't even remember his name. Let's see if we can find him as we're looking around here. Moondreamer, things like that, where it just didn't feel like quite as much of an aggro deck. Whereas here in Eternal, we actually do have the aggro package available to us again. That starts in the 1-mana slot. We have Triple Stitch and Onlooker again. This is a really good card. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty good. Just the 4 damage on a fearsome unit is really solid, and we don't care if he dies afterwards if we get into an aggro mirror where we have to block like a Legion Rearguard or something. We're okay with trading him after that point if we need to. But it's just obviously a very strong card in the early game, and it's not even an awful top deck late in the game if the board is kind of trimmed down. Otherwise, kind of the typical package. The Flight is one of my favorite cards ever. Lunar Shadestalker and Boisterous Host and Duskbringer are our early cards. I'm curious to see how Diana performs, because at the moment I feel like she's just a worse Samira. But I think, obviously, if you're going to be flexing into the Nightfall package, she still gets the job done well enough. Unspeakable Horror is another card I kind of missed. It's sort of like Vile Feast and just being able to get that nice train one. But instead of getting a 1-1 spider, you might actually be able to create a win con off of it. Doombeast, Stalking Shadows, and Nocturne Winding Light are top end. Doombeast can really hit the drain when you play Doombeast plus Unto Dusk, and your opponent has a hard time really reacting to it. I also like Stalking Shadows. I think it's really nice for finding the specific unit you need in the situation, and you get a second copy of it. I think is pretty reasonable. 2 Winding Light are our finishers. I think this is probably the best call, although you could also run something like Cygnus, which has been recently changed, and Cygnus is a fun card, but probably not necessary. I'm trying to think of what the little stun dude is. I can't think of his name. Clovenway. That was the other one. Again, probably not the best card in Eternal, so I'm a little hesitant to try him out in this deck when we really want to be on the more aggressive side. But there are multiple ways you could approach the deck building. So yeah, let's get into it and see how it goes. I am in Diamond now. I climbed from Marine Platinum yesterday on stream. I don't even remember. I think we were just in Gold. I played Ari Kennen after stream, and I think I only went 1 and 2 on stream, but it was so fun. I think I won my last 7 games playing Ari Kennen, including winning 10 out of 12, and it was so fun. I hadn't had that much success with Ari Kennen in such a long time, so I had a blast with that. And coming here, we get our first match as a mirror match. I definitely wasn't expecting this, but this hand looks pretty good. I think we can pitch the Flight. Probably not the best card in the matchup, although I do like him. I don't think he's super great here. Unspeakable Horror isn't bad either, if we can use it as a way to activate Nightfall. Oh, what are they doing? I was totally expecting this to be more of an aggro deck. I'm a little shocked to see that. I'll obviously just pass here so we can use Boisterous Host. Okay. I'm tempted. If they use Unspeakable Horror here, that's fine. Nice. That turn went pretty well for us. We get our damage in. Starting to cycle through the Flight. That's probably how we generate card advantage in this matchup if they're trying to do things with Star Tip Peak. I'm probably going to be willing to play Boisterous Host here, and then just ping off the Lunari Duskbringer. Or that. Very interesting idea though, that Star Tip Peak on turn 1. And it's also not a bad way to activate Nightfall in the late game. I kind of like that. Just generates a little bit of extra value in the early game for your aggro deck. We don't have a great play here, like Diana would be really good.
Their scent travels on the night air.
They still don't have a fearsome blocker.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
I'll just start with Unspeakable Horror. Maybe we hit something like another Stygian Onlooker. If not, maybe I could just use Unto Dusk. Oh, that's a great card too. Okay, I'm thinking I'm just gonna use Unto Dusk on our Stygian Onlooker. I kind of want to draw cards here. We don't have many great plays available to us. And it just pushes extra damage. Like, if this goes through, that's a good draw too. They go down pretty low here. Now they are obviously running a weird deck. I'm not quite sure what's going on over there. So they could run something like healing if they want to run.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
I am honestly a little worried about that. That's just normal Nocturne.
They forced us to choose death or the blade. Hearts unshackled.
You're wearing that?
I don't think we can do anything here. I think we'll just let this go and play Doom Beast. If we had one more Unto Dusk top deck here, we could just burst speed kill them, or at least fast speed kill them. Okay, I'll just go Flight plus Nocturne rather than Dusk Petal Dust plus Nocturne. We don't have a Pale Cascade to stop them anyways. I'm going to try to be aggressive here. If this goes through... Oh, that... Awkward. Yeah. Well, we can try to kill Nocturne. He won't level though. We don't even have... All these spells were a little unfortunate, I feel, but... We can at least go like this. And I'll just leave this back, I guess. No, I guess we attack, because if they level up Nocturne, this can't block next turn anyway. This kills him through Pale Cascade. And they'd have to have double Pale Cascade to block with one of these two. Unless you have something else to do. Why not use the Blessing of Targon? Wouldn't that have killed our Nocturne? Interesting. Yeah, they didn't even do anything else with their mana. I think they could have killed our Nocturne there. I'm a little... Oh, that's actually really brutal. I think we're okay. But I was hoping for anything except... Do I just go... maybe I could... Oh, oops. We have an Unto Dusk in hand. I could have just gone... with Doom Beast and killed them. So that was a little bit of an oopsies.
We were peaceful once. The moon is our
But I think we still get them. Cool little deck idea. I like it, but we should have probably just won that action instead of having to take this attack. Oh, that's why the Great Beyond sticks. That's why. Okay, I see. Well, I'll make it awkward on them. I'll see if they have... They're forced to have a response here to our Doom Beast Unto Dusk play. Alright, GG. I guess I missed lethal twice that game then, huh? 500 LP Master, not bad. Zoe Diana. I am interested to see. This is probably one of the most important matchups to test. I'll keep Diana. She can go after both their champions. And I'll keep Onlooker because it can attack through the not the Cosmic Youngling, at least early on. And then we can just go turn 3 Diana Onlooker. And Unspeakable Horror could even target Zoe at that point. We don't have a great way of stopping their Zoe if they can stop our Diana. Like if they go like Pale Cascade on the Unspeakable Horror or get the Spell Shield. Because that also gives the Zoe +2 from our Diana challenge. Winding Light. That's also probably a good way to finish off this game. They don't have anything like Quicksand. And they obviously wouldn't run anything like Ruination. I don't know if I should take this attack.
One star's whipsy is another spark.
I'll probably just pass. It's an easy kill for Diana next turn. Or it can't block our Onlooker, right? That's pretty good. Yeah. I'll let it go. I can't really do too much here.
Cannot turn back. Face your heretic.
Hopefully this turn will be pretty big for us. They're already down to 3 cards in hand, so their options might be limited to respond here.
Question all that you are told.
I'll probably go Onlooker and then keep up a Pale Cascade. I won't start off with Unspeakable Horror. That's a good one too. I'll ping off the Unspeakable Horror here while we generate the card. Although, like next turn, we might just have to rip a blank Pale Cascade. I'd rather make sure we get the value out of this. Heaven's Light's a good one too. Our hand's looking really awkward. We have a little bit of draw. But, okay, Stalking Shadows is good too. Oh, interesting. I wonder what that's all about. I'll just let this go. I can look for the Flight here. Maybe that doesn't even do anything. I guess I'd rather keep this because it's a guaranteed Daybreak trigger. Yeah, that's the troublesome one. We can activate Nightfall this turn though, so Diana could hopefully get after it. Oh, that's a really good one too. Is there any way for us to activate Diana level up if we play Nocturne? I don't think so. We could just kill the Youngling with Nocturne and go after Diana with our own. I guess that's reasonable. Another Pale Cascade. We have lots of draw at least. Now they can't Pale Cascade to block with this at least either. If we end up blank attacking with Nocturne. But I think we're just going to go after the Youngling here. It's going to be difficult for them to protect either unit if we attack Diana onto theirs. Okay. I might as well get the damage on this. This is only a little silly if they have their own
I will be heard.
Pale Cascade. Is it worth it then? Maybe not. We're not pushing any damage on their face anyways. I'd rather keep this alive for when we get Winding Light down. I really want to find some draw though. we're we're getting some awkward cards.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty sparkle fly.
I mean, we have an interesting hand in this situation since they don't have any cards either. That was a good draw. Hopefully it was a good draw. Diana's going to be leveled, so we can try to go after their Mountain Scryer next turn. I wonder if we can try to set up an open attack. That's actually pretty good. Oh, that's actually really good. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7. We could just go... How do we do this? Do I want to play Winding Light next turn? Maybe. It might be worth it if they invoked the destroy all creatures with power 3 or less. So I can just go Shadestalker, open with a blank Pale Cascade. I don't know if that's any good. Maybe. Maybe it's worth it. Or we could just get double flight and a Shadestalker down next turn and just use our Pale Cascades in combat actually.
And follow no false light.
I'm just a little worried that if we don't use Winding Light now, we might miss our opportunity.
Horns that pierce the heavens.
I'll let this go. If they get crazy greedy here, we can just use Pale Cascades and then next turn play these 4 units. Play those 3 units. Because also, if I just play Winding Light, we're not really pushing lethal at all. We'd get 4 damage here, probably 1 damage here,
Follow the path.
like 2 damage here, so we're not actually dealing all that much damage. Yeah, like if they go like this, I'm pretty happy to kind of trade down the board a little and redevelop with our Luces.
Tread carefully.
I think this is probably reasonable to kill. Because on future turns, we're not going to have many great blockers. And I want to make sure we live. I think we can just be a little more passive this turn. This also really accelerates our draw because our hand could have been so much more aggressive this game. Yep, that's a card. Okay, good thing we didn't go for the Winding Light, because otherwise our tech would do nothing. We can get after the Youngling at least. I'll protect our real flight from a Vile Feast or Unspeakable Horror.
Moonlight guide me.
Another draw spell. It's kind of funny. We're gonna draw one of these fights probably. Like the first one's gonna hit, and then we're probably gonna draw the second one. Nocturne. That is awesome that we get to shuffle in the fight, and now he's not ephemeral, right? I just don't know how we're beating them here. Like their open attack is super scary. I guess next turn we could just go Unto Dusk Nocturne.
Know these paths well.
That might save some damage, but I don't know what it's really accomplishing in the long run, unless we kill them on our like very next turn. What if they open attack? That's a good one. Now we can actually go Pale Cascade. Oh no, that's when we summon an enemy. Okay. Okay. Well, we just chump block with one flight and that's okay. That's not good. Okay, I guess we just have to throw out another flight. That's actually pretty big. That just reduced 6 power on board. That might have saved us.
Meet destiny.
Wow, okay, we're actually looking okay here. They only have 2 cards in hand. I'm just gonna go Flight next turn plus Winding Light. Well, that's good too.
Gravity? Which side was upside again? Whichever way.
I'm just doing this for the sake of getting the extra debuff trigger. Okay, GG. What a game. That was a cool little matchup. I like that. I really enjoyed that dynamic. I think those pseudo mirror matches are fascinating. Like, we were kind of the more aggro version. They were the cool invoke version. Lots of cool plays from both sides, I thought. That's 2 games in a row as well that we've had to face the Great Beyond and it didn't actually kill us. Garen Lucian. Okay. I don't like seeing Demacia challengers. That's a problem for us. I don't think we should keep Nocturne here. He's a great card in the matchup, so maybe it's worth it. But, Stalking Shadows is probably a little expensive for what we're trying to do by turn 4. And in that case, should we just pitch Stygian Onlooker or save it as a turn 3 Nightfall activator? Sure. Because we can still draw like a Boisterous Host. Okay, perfect. Now I think I'm going to go Duskbringer.
We were peaceful.
It's an early unit that helps us set up the rest of our deck. And we can, yeah, like this trade is so fine for us.
We will be free.
Rather than like letting them play like Bannerman or whatever else they're trying to do. Because now we can just like cheaply get our creatures on board. That's actually a little annoying.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
Am I going to use Dust Petal to cheat and get a big boy down a turn early? That's the goal, yep. It could either be, if we're desperate, like, for example, coming into our turn 3, we can go, like, Duskbringer, Diana, or whatever. Like, if you have 4 mana, you can go Duskbringer, Diana, or, like, well, you know what I mean. It's also for getting your aggressive units down early if you need to. Like a Nocturne, right? You can use it on turn 4 for Nocturne if you only have 4 unit mana and it still gets his level up effect. I don't know if we should go Diana here. 2 damage just to give it quick attack decreases its strength a little bit. We can get some elusive damage going or just get the fearsome damage going, which I think is reasonable. Or I just want to be mana efficient.
Unseen, unheard. For truth.
Because I also, like sneaking through the few little bits of damage with Onlooker is nice. And then we don't mind using it as a chump blocker. But I kind of want to force them to be the aggressors here. Like, I can pass, and I'm okay if they end the round. I would like to activate Diana soon, though, so if they give me the option, okay, that's fine.
Ill met by moonlight.
If they have a form up this Broadwing goes to 6 HP. So Diana would still live. So I think this is how this works. If I do this, that level up trigger will give her the additional +2. So I think she's going to be able to kill him. I hope that's how that works. It's been so long since I've used this, I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure she gets the bonus. No, okay. Well, it's a little unlucky. We still don't lose her. Or I could just kill this. Yeah, maybe I just kill this.
I will be heard.
So I guess that was a little silly. I guess, because I was thinking about taking the gamble. That's why I did that in the first place, but... Winding Light, okay.
We fight for those who cannot.
I can just throw out a Duskbringer as a chump blocker here.
My blade, the promise of a new moon upon you, Runeterra.
In the name of our land.
I can do this and just look for... I guess we can't. Should I just go Winding Light next turn? Is that even enough for lethal? Because if we go Stalking Shadows, this is really annoying. If we get a Flight... We can't even play it if we want to play Winding Light. Does Winding Light win us the game? I don't think he does. I think we just have to look for elusives here. Doom Beast. Is Doom Beast any good? Drain 4? Or just deal 4 Nexus damage. I guess they're pretty equivalent. But then the Flight draws us cards. Plus it's a much cheaper Nightfall activator in case we hit a nice top deck here.
Stay resolute.
Or hold on, we can play one Flight, right? Yeah, okay, one Flight. We'll start with a Flight, because if they play another expensive unit, then we can just go with the second Flight. Or not another expensive unit, another Stony Suppressor or something like that. But now we can do this. So this might be enough to win the game. Probably not though. We at least get to push them down to 4. Ah, brutal. Okay, that's actually pretty bad. Because these guys still can't even really attack in anything, so I'm just going to take my attack with the Flight. And next turn, hope we hit Doom Beasts. And that's a card. Well, that's not going to do it. Now we have no fearsome attackers. Or fearsome blockers. So, a little unfortunate.
Mother Moon, veil me.
I feel like that deck very much roasted us. Like the Garen Challenger, Broadwing Challenger, the spells increased, and just the big stats in general. Like this does not seem like a good matchup for us. Good game though. Oops. Okay. That Stony Suppressor I feel was actually pretty brutal. Like the Mage Seeker Jr. has been really good against me in a lot of games. But Stony Suppressor I usually haven't had too much of a problem with. Maokai Nautilus. What are we looking for in this matchup? I think Nocturne is probably a keep in this matchup. Because giving things the level up trigger makes their deck kind of awkward. I'll pass. I don't think I'm gonna squeak through this 2 damage if they have their 1 drop. And I'd rather make sure we have a way to activate Diana on turn 3.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
We can kill a Sea Scarab.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
I'll push this 4 damage.
The night is young.
That was a good draw. We could save it for Nocturne next turn, but we're not really doing much. In the meantime. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, actually I found the line. I always forget this is a play. I think we can just play Shadestalker
Unseen,
and watch them attack.
the new moon conceals you from our foes. Hide no longer. Our
That's so tricky.
tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
I think I have a level Diana already. That's pretty good. So I'm going to start with the Boisterous Host and see if they'll play a unit for us. Ooh, actually I'm going to play the Flight.
These isles will be cleansed.
Wow, this one's been very one-sided so far.
And silver.
We don't have a Pale Cascade up if they ping off one of these 3 units, but they can't kill either of our champions this turn, unless they have something like a Hate Spike. But I don't know if that's great for them.
Life starts small.
No more lies. I will be heard.
Alright, now we're just looking to find our Winding Light. With less health than me.
Cloaked in silver light.
If they use a Vile Feast here, we can get the next Pale Cascade.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
Night flowers upon my blade.
The promise of a new moon upon you, Runeterra.
I'm going to go Dust Petal Dust into a Pale Cascade here to protect from another Vile Feast. And it also gives our Diana the power to attack the Devourer.
Brighter.
And they shouldn't have a way to stop this attack.
No more hiding.
Face your heritage.
Oh my goodness, the Bone Skewer? They don't take any damage. Holy smokes, that's actually really bad. Oof, that's brutal. That's a huge blowout. I thought we for sure had that locked up.
We will be free.
I'm just gonna start going on the Doom Beast burn plan and hope that can finish off the job, either through Stalking Shadows or by drawing a Winding Light. Now things start to get spooky. I don't know how much heal they continue to run. Okay, that's really good. So now we can go Stalking Shadows. They run Ruination, right? Brutal.
Vessel's small, but she ain't lacking courage. Going harvesting.
I think we have to end the game next turn. So I'm just going to use my Ephemeral Doom Beast right now. Which I guess I should have done that then after they played Jaw Hunters, because I didn't know if they'd attack with this. They probably wouldn't have attacked with this if I played Doom Beast then. But it puts them down to 4. So that next turn if we go Boisterous Host plus Winding Light, if a single one of our units connects, it's definitely lethal. Diana. That's a good draw too. Now we don't have any units vulnerable to Vile Feast or Withering Wail. I'm going to have to just hope they don't have Ruination. Oh boy. That's an expensive way for them to do it, but gets them out of it. Do we kill them? We push 2, we push 1. They can't get these guys deep, so oh no wait, we have 2 Hallow triggers, so that is game. Boisterous Hosts coming in clutch. Alright, another good game. Obviously our life total's still really high, but you obviously saw we were running out of juice. If they had a easier way of getting that one play where they went Bone Ski or Withering Wail, that was a nice turn. Zoe Nora, that could be a problematic deck for us. Makes it hard for some of our early units to get in. I like this hand. I don't actually think I'm going to keep the flight. Duskbringer on turn 1 is a really nice way for us to set up to get Shadestalker on turn 2. So that for the rest of the game it's pretty difficult for Zoe to attack. Whereas the flight just gets hit by a Pokestick or Group Shot or Pie Toss. And we still don't have to waste the Dust Petal Dust if this is how the turn is going to go. Yeah, like I'm just gonna pass here. I'm a little surprised they didn't take the attack. Now I'm gonna go Flight and Duskbringer, or Shadestalker this turn, and we can keep up a Pale Cascade. Interesting. I wonder if they would want to chump block here if they're trying to be defensive. That's a good one. There's no way they walk into the Pale Cascade. We are pretty much going to have to rely on our challenger, Diana, to kill this Zoe. Ooh, I kind of like Boisterous Host here. Yeah, why not, right? Because the flight's going to have a hard time hitting. The Boisterous Host is a nice way to get us Diana triggers.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes. Welcome, one and all, to the Midnight Rebel!
I'm hoping this will bait out a Pale Cascade. Okay. Cygnus, that's a good one.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Hmm.
Come in,
Moonlight.
Even if they have their own Pale Cascade, they can't kill our Duskbringer back, so I'm absolutely willing to take this chance. This is a really big turn, I think, if this kills their Zoe. Even if they can protect Zoe, it's going to be hard for them to push damage. And we can also just set up a Winding Light for our next attack turn to push through all their portals anyway.
My patience wanes.
And they still have to figure out a way to deal with Diana. Like roping me out here. That reminds me, I played when I was playing Ari Kennen. My opponent was playing a Demacia Elites deck, I think, something like that. It was like a,
Cup of tea?
I don't even remember specifically. It was some Demacia deck that used Mage Seeker Jr. And my opponent didn't realize how Ari worked because like he was a 2/2 quick attacker using her ability to recall my what's going on here? I'm happy to end the round if you are. Are you just going to throw away your Serpent to get Nora Portal? What?
Portals everywhere.
Now how do we manage this? If we go into next turn. 7. So is it better to get two ones on board for that? Probably, right? Or we could go Winding Light plus Unto Dusk next turn. Which would give all our other dudes +4/+2. 6, 7, 6. I think it's...
A new phase awaits.
I think I'm just going to play 1 Onlooker. Then we can go Petal, Winding Light, Unto Dusk. We could also go for the Cygnus play, but I just don't think that's as powerful at this moment. We pretty much get to kill any meaningful unit they play. Like this Nora's kind of already got a bullseye on her back with Diana here. But if they play something more valuable, like what I want to go after the Zoe instead, I don't even think she's all that meaningful at this point. Oh, but anyways, I didn't even explain my story. I was playing Ari Kennen. Ari's a quick attacker that recalls the unit to her right. So Ari, as a 2/2 attacker, attacked. But my opponent didn't realize that I was like recalling the Kennen next to her. She leveled, became a 3/3, and killed their Mage Seeker Jr. that they thought so confidently, with no mana, they were chump blocking my, or like taking the trade on my Kennen, killing my Kennen for free. And then as soon as it happened, and they realized Ari was gonna like flip and kill their Mage Seeker Jr., the damage went through, and they just like sad-faced emoji and conceded. I'm like, the shame concede was really funny. Wow, that's a great draw too. That's probably just straight up better. I think we just kill them with Nocturne. Like, they're not going to be able to block with any units they get. This is going to be like debuff, debuff, debuff. Plus 8 damage here. Maybe it's better to go Winding Light just because it maybe I got a little hasty. Winding Light's probably just the better play there. But I like to play Nocturne. We get to level him this turn. Oh, our opponent's gone anyway. Yeah, okay, I think I'm just supposed to play Winding Light there. Like Dusk Petal does to Winding Light, but I got a bit antsy in the pants when I saw Nocturne. How does Onlooker debuff? Nocturne's level up ability says when you summon an ally, give all enemy units -1, -0. So when we play the Stygian Onlooker, it gives them -1. When we play the second Onlooker, it does it again. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because I'm pretty sure it's whenever you summon an ally, not like a specific. When you summon another ally, give enemies -1, -0 this round. Oh, because he's Nocturne wasn't leveled yet. You're right. So yeah, Nocturne wouldn't have given the debuff yet. So yeah, good point. Good point. Wait, was he leveled? If Nocturne was leveled, he would have given the debuff. I actually don't know. I don't remember. He wasn't leveled. Then yeah, I 100% should have just gone with the Winding Light play. Oopsies. Opening hand's a little bit of a clunker. We'll see what we can do with it. I don't even know what's better. I'm gonna go Stalking Shadows and try to find something like the Flight.
All right, let's get to work.
So I'm trying to set up flights on turn 6. And then open with Winding Light, because this is a brutal start for us.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
Where's my hammer?
We got this.
You're wearing that? On to the next. Another.
We can even try to kill Poppy with Nocturne. We can go after Duran Sculptor though. Never mind. I mean, this is bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We're not looking hot. I'm just gonna have to leave the Flight up as a defender at this point. And we kind of just lose Nocturne. Either way, like if they're almost certainly gonna have a pump spell here, but don't we just die on the open attack here? Like Nocturne dies, Poppy we have to block, and this is 3, 4, 7, 12. So we're not dead if we end the round right now. And then we can just try to see if we can go into a Winding Light play.
Needs a finishing touch.
No backing down. Friendship's like a hammer.
Oh man. Oh, Moonlit Gunkeeper. I forgot about that one. Was there a chance that we killed them next turn, though? If they didn't have that final sharp sight? Aw, man, not another Galio for your deck, because this is not looking like a great one either. I'll go like this. Keep up Diana, Stygian Onlooker for turn 3. But the following turn, let's say if we used that that line, the double unspeakable horror, and they didn't have. No, I don't think there was any way we killed them. If we play Shadestalker on that turn, open with the flight, that'd have been only 8 damage, so we wouldn't have done anything.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Yoinks. I'm not gonna attack with Diana. I'm gonna force them to have a challenger to kill her until we pretty much level her up. Because even if I pull here, it's just so hard for us to do anything if they have pump spells, which they almost certainly do. Troll Chant, Sharp Sight, Form Up.
Every work demands a piece of ourselves.
Do we have a good play here? I don't feel like we do. If I go Dust Petal Dust plus Shadestalker this turn, just to get the elusive, we have to go blank Onlooker plus Nocturne next turn, which might be fine. We could level up Nocturne that way.
All beauty is transient.
I'll see what they do. Because we can still do this and play Doombeast this turn to follow up if we're forced to chump block with something. Like, depending on what they take as the attack here. We could block the Charger. We can try to force the trade. So they don't have a great attack at the moment. And then the blank Stygian Onlooker isn't the worst thing in the world next turn with Nocturne to level up. And the Formidable units can't really block our units once we get that Nocturne level up condition. And Diana will be leveled, so that's pretty big. They could have a single combat.
My patience.
I don't know how many lists are running single combat, because I know the most popular one when the deck kind of first started gaining ground only played like 3 copies of Champion Strength, and that was pretty much the only spell. And I'll end the round. I don't think there's any reason to play Doombeast here. Bro, why the heck are you out here?
Moonlight cloaks the land in silver.
Why did our opponent concede there? After we played Shadestalker? Huh. Okay. Well, that's a weird game to end on. Let's play one more.
The words of the heretic rang true.
We should get some Diana Leona games in too. That's a fun one. I wonder if there are any stats on that. I imagine not. But weren't there a whole bunch of nerf or buffs like Infinite Patrons? He was in my Twitch chat a while ago. He's really high ranked. Let's see if I can find him at the moment. Sorry, one second. Yeah, he's like rank 50 at the moment.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
I'll keep the flight in hand because I want to use him as a nice
Lunari, rise.
Nightfall activator in the future, while we can still save the Dust Petal Dust for like an important Nocturne turn or the Winding Light turn.
The forest and I are one. The forest surrounds us.
Plus, it kind of gets chump blocked if they want to trade with something like the Mourned. Oh, I see what's going on here. That's actually kind of funny.
Unseen, unheard.
It's a pretty cool way to get Ari some extra power, huh?
Whatever the cost.
Double Unto Dusk is actually pretty good with both Doom Beast and Winding Light. Oh, okay, that's not looking great. I don't like that. Man, a Pale Cascade would be really good here.
And if it helps.
Oh, they discarded an Ari's Charm. Aggressive.
You leave me no recourse.
I'm gonna keep up enough mana to play Unto Dusk. It represents a Pale Cascade if they try to shoot my Nocturne. I'm a little worried this is ever going to resolve. Huh. Maybe we leave one flight back to chump block with next turn.
But no, that.
Or we could just go for the gamble to try to end the game right now. If we use Unto Dusk, we don't have any 1-mana spells that matter here. But we do have... That wouldn't do anything. I'm gonna go for the gamble. Make it difficult for their Lulu to block.
Forgive me.
And just try to end the game. Oh wait, oops. We don't even have lethal. Well, now they have to be scared of a Doom Beast or Unspeakable Horror though on the upkeep. Oopsies. I guess I should have done the math. Just to get excited. Okay. They still take a lot of damage. Hopefully we don't die in the open. I think that was a little sloppily played by me. I wonder if we should have even played Nocturne that turn.
Where are you going, Pix? What are you doing? Ooh, Hellflower. Nice.
Yeah, I think I messed up, huh?
No longer.
Unfortunate. Man, I hate when I lose games to top players like that just because I make some silly play. I don't think I should have played Nocturne that turn. Maybe I should have gone with something like the Flight instead. And if I did my math, I could have just left the Flight back to block, you know what I mean?
I don't need rules to know good from bad.
Why not take that attack?
Find your own light within the darkness.
Everyone should have a grappling hook.
Couldn't you have taken that attack for free last turn? Because, like, is there anything I'm supposed to develop into afterwards? Like, you don't have Challenger on action that turn. So what do you gain from sitting him back? I'm not sure if I'm missing something there. If our opponent passes here, we're actually in a bit of a tricky situation.
Take the shot or lose the chance.
I'm gonna play Shadestalker here. They can't give Challenger Samira and a buff.
Chosen of the moon.
Talk is worthless. We are what we do. Finders keepers.
They almost certainly have a buff, but I'm gonna fight it anyways, because I can still go Shadestalker Onlooker this turn. And push damage that way. Yeah, and look at forces another Samira out of their hand. I think that's reasonable. We cycled the card, they shuffled the Samira back into deck. And hopefully they can't level Samira this turn.
Invisible to the ignorant.
Oops, I meant to play my permanent one. Hopefully that doesn't matter too much here. But I'm sure it will.
Whatever the cost.
thank me later.
No problem.
This is justice.
Sisters.
What do I do?
The Sun Children deny our light.
I'm just trying to get them to not burst speed rally. It's gonna look real sad if they can rally here. We might actually be able to do something meaningful if they don't rally.
Beautiful and brutal, just how I like it.
Otherwise, I'm a little worried. This is what I meant earlier, where it feels like Samira's kind of just the better Diana at the moment. But they have to play 6 cards. Surely there's no way, right? Now we can go give Akshan vulnerable, so we can pull him with our weakest unit. And then these two aren't fearsome blockers right away. Obviously this doesn't work if they have a strike spell. Even a pump spell I guess could kind of save them. But if we get a few points of damage in, we still have several draws that could help finish off the game. Also, look at their Gloomtooth. I don't know what this one is. I don't know if I've seen that one before. He's kind of funny. I still kind of like this one. Well, we're swinging in.
They will all scream as one.
They'd have to have 2 pump spells, and they'd still take 4 damage, which would let them, or which would leave them at 3, so they'd still die to Doom Beast plus Unspeakable Horror.
Scamper. Come on, you sorry lot. Where's your spirit? Make this interesting for me.
Okay, so now they die to Doom Beast just straight off the top. Or another Unspeakable Horror. Oh, clever play. Okay. Are they gonna rally here?
Isn't it thrilling?
That'd be a little grumpy. We can still hit Unto Dusk onto Doom Beast. That's one way to get out of this. I'll probably just dump my hand here.
Bask in the sunlight.
Okay. That's a start. Ooh. They already used a quicksand. Maybe we're getting there. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not getting there. If they play second Absolver, though, if they play it on Akshan, I think we still have to go face. If they don't represent lethal, which I don't think they can, I'm just gonna skip.
Hope they're watching.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of dead. I guess. We go down to 12. They're pushing 11 plus 3, so. I guess this is our best play.
Blink and you miss me.
Cheering.
And we just have to hope they don't have Rally here. Rally or Quicksand. Okay. Let's go, baby. What a game. What a game. Oh, that was a good one. That felt good. Where did I mess up? Didn't I mess up somewhere in there? I don't even remember what I did wrong, but I think I did something wrong. But we were able to squeak it out with some good top decks off all those draws. But you know, you gotta play your outs. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully it was a good display of the deck. We finished at least 3 games positive, from 0 LP to 76 LP. Pretty fun, I thought. Really cool. Maybe it's actually in a decent spot. We'll have to see. I feel like Eternal's really wide open at the moment, so I'm really having a blast with it. Let me know what you guys are playing. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one, and I'll be back tomorrow.